Hello, water signs. What is up? I'm going to get my lighting as nice as I can. Of course, we changed the setup, the layout, because we are constantly in a state of change over here. I'm so stoked because of this eclipse. You guys must have, because I always find that I'm in your energy. So I just did a lot of work, got a lot of things set up to live on into the future, to be like replicable processes. And now it's just about tweaking those details. Of course, full moon in Virgo is going to be us tweaking a lot of details, making sure that we have everything set up perfectly. However, there are things that we just don't know. There are things that we haven't been able to process before. 23 degrees is 2, which is Mars in Cancer, representing that moon and lunar energy. For my water signs, we have the Ace of Air. An exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. As you guys could see, I decided to change things up. I went for what I loved with my glyph photo to welcome you all here with some fluorescent colors. And maybe there are new colors that are appearing for you guys. Maybe you guys are getting your work organized, or I'm literally looking through this camera at my studio, and it's like getting your studio set up, having a secure feeling for your home space. And again, dialing all those details in, which the feng shui, I didn't actually look at the Tao of Dana, but she has a feng shui newsletter. And of course, I'm sure that it's going to be like dust all the corners. That's very Virgo. Something that we've been up to was not emotionally fulfilling. So this Ace of Fire to me is suggesting that there's going to be career, that there will be a progression with what you're doing in your day-to-day life and how it feels to be you. Excuse me, guys. So let's see, check in on the astrology. Okay, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna use my easy mundane transit calendar. So this week, the 10th through to the 17th of March, we have Mercury in Aries can join Venus retrograde in Aries at 8 degrees tomorrow. So this ability for us to reassess our identity, our ego, and our drives to stay alive, to survive, to be human. And then, of course, these new reasons that we have for living our life the way that we want to. It feels like there will be a lot of, maybe it could appear to be destructive. This came through for Earth. And I was thinking of Virgo. So someone may have something to do with a Virgo. Of course, this Virgo full moon might be the destruction of a part of our reality that was not actually feeding us. It wasn't nurturing us. It wasn't nourishing our soul. We were feeling unfulfilled emotionally. We were feeling, and you guys feel emotions. You all are water. So with the sun moving through Pisces, this lunation for my water signs is a 7th house full moon. It is, gosh, I'm getting deja vu, really hardcore. I wonder if I did water yesterday. Gotta check, because I'm pretty sure I did earth signs. I know I did, but you guys might be feeling this too, this deja vu, this feeling, this sensation that some things that you're processing, you might have gone for them before, you might have attempted to change your life, and you came across these destructive energies as you were changing your own energy. The destructive energies weighed you down. The rose thread, inner call, soul led, the mystic, living creatively. So yeah, it feels like there's a level that you have come through, that you've passed to get to this clearing, to this new level of harmonizing, maybe diaspora within yourself. A lot of us, even if you're not a person of color, have experienced the diaspora firsthand. A lot of us are generational immigrants, or maybe some people were like indentured servants. It's Pisces season. So whatever you're picking up on is very likely something that you're healing the actions of, the repetitive actions that you would take in this lifetime. You know, there's a number of things that I've been working through, and I'm finding more and more it's getting easier and easier to keep my head above water. Even if it's like, I'm speaking to fire signs or water signs, maybe you guys can really relate with this first house. Yeah, you guys do have fire energy with the sun moving through Pisces because this is accessing your first house, your Cancer, ninth house, and Scorpio, your fifth house. So first, ninth, and fifth is fire energy. So you guys might be developing a new level of passion in your life. Like you can actually achieve your goals. You can achieve your vision. You're able to use your emotions as fuel to take life one step at a time, one day at a time. We got the shapeshifters. So this is a card that speaks maybe seeing through the ways that you've played small in the past, that you have had to fraction yourself off and numb yourself in ways that they didn't feel good. Numbing ourselves can be just sort of like doom scrolling. It can be me prioritizing everything else aside from what actually needs to get done, and finding that this price that we're making is something that we can sustain is the change, is the game changer, because this is a passion that we are going to cultivate new buckets to pour our energy into. So there's a way for us to maintain these 8 cups, but also gain the 9th cup and the 10th cup. We're going to keep our emotions in check too. I have a feeling we'll get one final card and move on to Cancer. So I want to pull the outcome now for this week. Truth. That's so interesting. Archangel Gabriel, I literally made a feather like this because I'm working on a painting, this blue and white one here, Judgment of Paris, which is based on astrology. All of the figures are planets or asteroids. And I made Archangel Gabriel. He's holding this one. I just decided that was who that was in the scene, and maybe it's true. But it feels like there is an emotional truth that you guys are coming to accept about your passion, about how you played small, which is going to generate a lot of know-how. That's what I feel this net 5 energy is for this full moon, is that we're upgrading our sense of know-how. It's very expansive with Jupiter moving direct through Gemini. I'm going to check the rest of the mundane transits before I dive into Cancer. On the 12th, so this is Mercury Day, we have Sun in Pisces conjunct Saturn in Pisces at 22 degrees. So yeah, we're definitely changing our frequency. We're changing how we move through life. We're changing out how we deliver our passion. We're changing out what our passion does for us, because ultimately we need a return on investment to stay devoted to something. There has to be something in it for us. And maybe a shapeshifter implies that before you were like, oh, I'll take what I can get. I'll just see what's available, but I have a feeling that your know-how is going to call on your truth. And this Venus and Mercury conjoin at 9 degrees Aries. That is, okay, Pisces 2nd house. So this is earth energy in your values, in your day-to-day life experience. For my Scorpios, for Pisces, this is Aries, 2nd house. Which houses are Earth? 2nd, 6th, and 10th. Ooh, our passions are being healed by the way that we communicate our values. Love that. Love that, water. Okay, and then on Jupiter Day, the 13th, yep, we have Sun, Pisces, sextile, Uranus, and Taurus at 24 degrees. Yeah, that's gonna be dun 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 dun. I'm thinking of Stanley Kubrick's film. Anyways, so we're gonna have an awakening within ourselves. I feel that this is let's see what shapeshifter has. Shapeshifter. Okay. To see. Yeah, it feels like maybe if you've been juggling things, you're going to feel like you could put things down and you're not going to have to juggle anymore. That you can funnel all of your energy and emotional flow into what it is that you're creating now, or what it is that you want. Honestly, a shapeshifter gives me like no face vibes, which is the hungry ghost. So maybe there were ways that you were living as the hungry ghost that you couldn't see, you weren't available for that. Um, yeah. The ultimate shapeshifter works undercover in service of the greater good. The diminished shapeshifter becomes a people pleaser. So it feels like you're going to come out of any sort of people pleasing that you've been doing that would make your energy stagnant when you have this passion and this clarity of how you communicate, what you value to move forward. And you're going to become of service to the greater good by fulfilling your needs, by fulfilling your passions, which is going to feel like you're taking a wrecking ball to the version of you that would people please rather than fulfill your own needs. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love it. Yeah, you got to dismiss the rules. If you've been following the rules, which trust me, y'all, I've been on the karmic wheel, clearing out a lot of energy of just like following other people's ideas for life and their path that they pave for people to follow. And I'm learning to tune into my own energy first to make sure that I'm not too attached to anything outside of myself. And this has been dramatically helping me shift. Let me move this over here. Oh, perfect. Okay. We'll get there. Virgo energy is making me a little, I have my Jupiter there. All right, Cancer. So you guys have, nope. I just need it right on my desk. I have the camera site here. We're gonna get this perfect. Good. All right, Cancer. Mars has gone direct. Let's see. Do we have anything coming up this week? The last transit I did not mention, mundane transits on the 17th. We have the Sun in Pisces conjunct the North Node at 27 degrees. So Mars energy anyways. It's like you will find your heart on the 17th is very aligned to your mission, your purpose, and you're going to feel a drive to follow your feelings, or your feelings and your sense of what you're picking up on this day could like overwhelm you. It's okay to take time off and figure out your truth, your next steps, how you're going to do things. Creating that boundary of time and space opens us up to our boundlessness. Okay, Cancer, we got the Empress and the Page of Water. I love that for us. It feels like we got Archangel Gabriel first and foremost. So your truth is coming out, artistic, intuitive, sensitive, friendly. A new person enters your life, lavish abundance. A new person offering lavish abundance. You'll know who it is by how they feel. A relationship begins a new phase to give birth to your dreams. Heighten psychic abilities, nurture yourself and others. I love that energy for you all, Cancer. It feels like you are now ready and believing in what you can achieve in this life. You're not fractioning yourself off anymore. You're seeking emotional fulfillment, and you're no longer people pleasing. How awesome is that? Cancer, I'm giving you all a pat on the back for me because you deserve it. Mars retrograde in your sign, like I literally feel like I could cry. I'm shutting out everyone else's energy just to rep my own, but it feels like you guys have had to confront a lot of your people pleasing. You've had to recognize where you've been people pleasing and stop and literally just kind of drop people, which hasn't been fun for them, but it's been healing for you. Merciful Mother Jamal, the truth is I've been contemplating, which is why I've been lagging in my delivery on these messages, contemplating a lot of existence. And it feels like being in human form, we have soul contracts, we have agreements that we have signed up to give people so that their soul can choose to advance if they're ready for it at the timing that is aligning for these interactions, these exchanges to happen. And people have to process what they feel. It's impulse based. It's again that ego, that id, that super ego, the all-encompassing hand. So it feels like very lunar energy. The moon is going to move this week. Honey, come on my wall. Virgo to Aries, is it? No, it's conjoining Sun. Okay, I gotta check. So this week, the moon is moving, starting today from Leo to Scorpio. It's gonna cross over Black Moon Lilith on Monday. That's awesome. The day that the sun in Pisces conjoins the North Node. It feels like we're just collapsing a lot of shame, a lot of timelines that were related to shame, and we're learning how to nurture ourselves. It almost looks like this woman's like taking out her breast to like breastfeed her infant. But something that came up for me was like being that nurturer to ourselves. So like the way that we are fully dependent on our mothers whenever we're born or whoever raises us, we have the option now, Cancer, to change up how we rely on others by first looking to ourselves to make sure that we feel 100%, we feel safe, secure, we feel held, we don't continue to carry on the conversation. Libra does represent your fourth house, and that's the people pleaser energy. I'm a Libra, so I know. So it feels like you guys are coming out of that shame that could come with having to tell people no. Star mother, how can you mother yourself? Boom, told you, what? Mothering ourselves may mean that we have to do silly things or get really silly and feel, there's a 20 on that all-encompassing hand. And Merciful Mother Jamal has a 44. So it's just like our energy and our vibration will allow for us to make decisions to nurture ourselves and to be boundless in how far we're willing to go. Sadhguru speaks to this. He speaks to, you're going to look like a genius when you're able to fully be in flow with your energy, do what's needed, and not have these boundaries that like say, no, I can't do, I don't do this, I don't do that, when really that is falling into cycles of boxing ourselves in and being so restricted that we end up people pleasing, because having to tell people no almost goes against that need to say, I don't do this, I don't do that. And then coming into that ability to say no without feeling like, just, I don't have a word for it, but it feels like nurturing ourselves will make us strong. Nurturing ourselves will make us reliable. Nurturing ourselves will allow for us to say no to what we choose to say no to, and a deeper yes to what it is that we decide is worthy of us, that we decide we are able to communicate our values with a new sense of ease. It's getting grounded in our reality. We're hardwiring our reality to account for what we need. Even if that's like moving your light 1,000 times, you gotta look good, right? Okay, Scorpio. Speaking of looking good, Scorpio, I feel like you guys have to be feeling so good. You all have a lot of subconscious energy that motivational force to stay alive that is coming to a close. You're wrapping up ways that you would, oh, hey guys. Welcome, Amanda. And Newt, I haven't seen you here before. Welcome, guys. Great goddess, sacred unity, Scorpio. Boom. I love the rainbow. Sandra Walter just spoke to it. She said the presence of water is around. I live on Maui, so we have lots of rainbows. But for that to be your first card, Scorpio, it just speaks to a unification. Yes. The unification of, I said you all are looking good, but it's like how you look and how you feel. More so than anything, we have the Maiden. This card is a little suggestive, but there's no private cards that I can tell, aside from these gold breasts, which it's a continuation of Cancer's reading. You're feeling a unified force within yourself of ending destructive tendencies within yourself. So fire energy, this is in your 9th house. This lunation, let me be sure, because I might have skipped 12, 11, sorry, 11th house. 11 is air. I had the feeling. Okay, so let me check everything. Pisces, we got 7th house. Oh, interesting. Deja vu for a reason. Maybe I did Water's reading yesterday and called it Earth signs, but regardless, we're here with Scorpio now. So you guys might have placements in Virgo. You guys might be upping your awareness to how you feel and allowing for yourself to be kind of seduced by life. And that doesn't mean that you're needing to like be intimate with every single thing on a physical level, but it's like a new level of intimacy with your walk in life, with how you combine all things under the umbrella of knowing that it's the divine. Oh my gosh, the womb. Yeah, you guys are implanting a new level of connectivity in your creations, in how you show up in your creations and how you show up in your connections. I feel like you're co-creating connections with people that are built to last. They're built to stand the test of time, to withstand the pressures that will come inevitably as we are accelerating, as our realm, as our reality is shifting. Yes, getting balance. This is going to be something, depending on what placements Newell you have in Libra, that will definitely be willing to come into balance as you find your truth. This was from the collective energy, your truth and seeking emotional fulfillment and feeling like you don't have to people please. That's the big Libra energy, which is your 12th house. Meditation called upon, Scorpio. So you know which way is up, which way is down, which way is left and right. You are balancing your energy this week. And the 11th house, solar lunar eclipse, excuse me guys, I look ahead and I've been planning a solar eclipse event, IRL, on Maui. It's going to be pretty amazing. But this cutting away on the 13th, the number of the goddess, and you got the great goddess as your first card, it feels like you're, that's net 4, so you're coming into an ability to connect to your divine feminine. The divine feminine within you is coming into more of a benevolent factor. This is what I was journaling about, is toxic masculine and toxic feminine, and me healing my own toxic masculine qualities that would just say, come on, we're going to do this. I don't care about how you feel. And I feel that meditation will provide the answers that we need to make sure that that level of connection, that level of consideration is something that we implement, but we're considering ourselves. We're considering how in love with ideas we are before we just say yes. We're considering how connected we feel to our truth before we make decisions, implementing our truth into our decisions. That 8 of Cups feels like decisive. And I forget how I was doing the math initially to say that this is Mercury and Venus in Aries is earthy energy for you guys. Fire and water is a square. So you guys are having a sense of growth being thrust upon you. Sometimes greatness is chosen, sometimes it's thrusted upon us. And all of the energy happening in your fire house, which is Sun in Pisces, Scorpio, 5th house for you. I just sense that you're no longer going to view your romantic connections as a hindrance to your social life or your passion projects as a hindrance to what you're going for in the big scheme of things. You're going to come into a balance of how in love you are with life and making sure that that's a part of, like a functional part of what it is that you're doing. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Yeah. And you guys might have said never ever, and it's being thrust upon you, these changes. So you just have to surrender in meditation, be open to receiving your greatest and highest good, and trust that you are coming into balance, that you're figuring out the steps as you live them. It's nothing that you have to know. This is Earth School. We don't have to know all of these things, but as we encounter our truth and choose our truth, it'll get easier every time. We'll get sharper at it every time. Pisces, hello, happy birthday, happy solar return. Blessings on your incarnation anniversary. Yeah, lots of energy, lots of heat. You guys are going to feel the heat increasing as we get closer to, honestly, from tomorrow with Mercury and Venus retrograde conjoined at 8 degrees in your 2nd house. You guys will feel this passion to be yourself, to stop performing theater for people who aren't ready for you yet. You're moving on from this energy of needing to be everyone's favorite, of needing to feel seen, because this red means you're attractive. It means that you have your thoughts and feelings in alignment. So what are you thinking about? What are you focusing on? Because it's only going to grow. It's only going to grow at this time, and it's going to grow probably at a little bit of a rapid rate. Like you're going to feel like, everyone's following me at the mouth. But you have to stay true to me, to you, Pisces. You have to, and I know you guys do this. I know you guys do this. You compartmentalize. I feel it. But you have to stay true to yourself and your needs, and move on from these energies of coming to someone's aid, doing things because so-and-so asked you to. It's going to free you up and allow for you to manifest the path to emotional fulfillment, to rid yourself of these destructive energies in your relationships. Okay, so Kuhina is a 5 and 23 degrees for the full moon, which there's a full moon on here. Hina's moon, Mahina, and Ku is this tiki god. He's a god of destruction and war. So this Mercury and Venus retrograde conjoined in your second house is going to help you to stop the sense of disparity between how you want to show up and how you actually show up. Pahu. 13, yeah, this is definitely a rhythm change. You guys are learning to stoke your inner sacred fire, to dance to the drumming of your heart, which, by the way, I have my weekly dance mix up on SoundCloud. It's linked below. I'm a DJ, I'm an artist, I'm all the things, and I'm sure you guys are too. And this week, the mix was really fun to make. Okay, losing light. You guys are just gonna have to deal with this being in the image. It doesn't really hurt me. Okay, good. You guys, oh, so janky. I'll fix it for next time, Pisces, but maybe you guys are working with your equipment like this too. You're having to dial in your equipment and how it functions, making things work for you, moving away from people-pleasing energies where things don't work out for you, but they work out for everyone else. Yeah, you guys deserve this. I forget who else got this. Who was an Earth sign? Maybe someone with Capricorn placements. Yeah, Capricorn placements coming through for you guys to help you to see what it is you deserve. Maybe you've been tolerating scrub energy, like people who just constantly have a to-do list for you, or like need to make sure that you are, doing exactly what they're doing, which is definitely shadow energy. Excuse me for the sniffles here. We want to make sure that our relationships feel reciprocal. Pisces, your truth is that maybe you've given so much and it was under-fulfilling you. It wasn't emotionally fulfilling in relationships. Now you're coming into a worthiness posture, a worthiness pose where you're like, you know what? I wish I had this, but I don't want it to be like what I saw growing up. And that's okay. It doesn't have to be. It could be something else, a new version. 7 of Fire. Defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. Coming through from the angels. Yeah, there might be some people like pulling at you, especially as you're choosing yourself and you're changing your pace, you're changing your rhythm. You're no longer taking second best, which whatever that feels like for you, even if it's over the dinner table and you order pizza with your family or with your loved ones, your spouse, your friends, and you always end up with like the smallest cut of pizza. You're going to stop that. You're going to be like, hey, listen, guys, I'm choosing first. Or you're just going to grab the pizza as soon as it comes in the door and be like, this whole box is mine. You're going to command and demand your reality, Pisces, and order your own box of pizza. But it's going to feel like you're choosing yourself, you're choosing your truth. And once we do it on a very small level, which I've been working on, the bigger leaps become a lot easier. Epona, wise leadership. So this is also in at 5, and it feels like you guys are coming into an ability to choose your heart, to allow for your heart to be the leading choice, the leading reasoning behind why you do what you do. And this is going to like make people potentially feel like you blew them off, or whatever they need to experience, whatever your soul contracts were. People who are open and willing to understand you and move like water with you. These are your people. The rest are likely getting eclipsed out Chris speaks to eclipse energies lasting for 6 months. So you might come to find that your journey up through March, April, May, June, July, August, September, come Virgo season, when we have a new moon in Pisces, you might come to see that, oh, this relationship just naturally has changed. The nature of it has shifted. We don't talk like we used to. I forget who said that, but I've been listening to a song with that. Maybe it's Carrie. I think it's in my mix, or else I was listening to it today. Rain. But it feels like you're coming out of following the leader and you're choosing to be your own leader, which is changing everything for you. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being in the chat. I will have 1 minute summaries of these on TikTok, also linked below. Check out that dance mix, get your body moving and grooving to the tunes. Dialed in for the week ahead. For those of you guys who are interested in music, I just got my first synthesizer. It's totally changing things for me. It feels like definitely remembering an alien past lifetime, because the notes I'm writing are like dashes and numbers and shapes, and it's really fun. And I hope that you all enjoy the mix that I have made, and I will see you guys soon. Happy eclipse, happy cutting away, happy choosing you water. Aloha.